Welcome to the Financial Times in Hong Kong. I'm Henny Sender. And with me today is Gilles Plante, head of Asia Pac for ANZ Bank. As Australia grows ever closer to China, you see all the trade flows. Can you talk to us a bit about what you see of the role of the Chinese currency in financing those trade flows?
I can tell you that ever so Australia is part of the region. And as a bank who want to bank a customer with trade and investment flow in the region, we are in a prime position to do so. You mentioned about China and the connection with Australia. And obviously we all know the two-way flow. China is the biggest trade partner of Australia. On one side, there's a lot of manufactured goods that come from China into Australia, and obviously from Australia there is a lot of mineral, iron ore and coal that goes into China.
Are the clients of ANZ happy to embrace the Chinese currency?
Obviously we've all follow the RMB liberalization over the past 2 years, and we've been advising our clients, our trade clients, to test the market, to make sure that they understand how to deal with the RMB, how to deal with the risk management associated with the RMB, and to get familiar with what they can do. And in the future, there's no doubt that the RMB will become a freely floated currency. Is it 5 years, 10 years? No one knows. But what we are advising our customers is for when that time comes to be ready and therefore to test it out today.
In addition to traveling around China, you spend a lot of time in Southeast Asia as well. In that part of the world, there are a lot of emerging young banks. Do they have lessons for the banks in the developed world?
You know, when I travel, especially in Southeast Asia, but also in North Asia, when I go to Ho Chi Minh, when I go to Surabaya in Indonesia, you can see those retailers, you can see those banks being very innovative the way they are servicing the customer. They are moving away from a traditional brick and mortar branch at every corner and are a lot more agile and a lot more receptive to what their client wants. So they are banking those affluent clients. They're putting sales counter as opposed to full branch. They do joint venture with other retailer where the clients like to spend sometimes, because frankly, no one really likes to spend a lot of time in a bank. So all those innovations are present, and we are very fortunate to be operating in the same region that those big innovators, and we are benefiting from it and bring that innovation back into NZ and also back into our home market of Australia and New Zealand.
Thank you so much for joining us today. For more news and analysis, please turn to ft.com.